Shot for that.
Yes, alright, so for NAGA Esports, they ban out the Lee Sin and Nar. As for Imperium Pro Team Blue, they ban out the Zed, respecting Agato's aggression with that Zed in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, looking at game 1 earlier, IPT Blue pulled off such great objective control and rotations. They took advantage of their team composition, and the Azir was just whoa, as well as the Corki coming from Arkin as well.
Yes,
so great job from them.
There we go.
There.
Imperium Pro
Azir
Team
ban.
bans out the Yasuo and Azir. Actually, they ban out their own Azir. So
Yeah.
I guess they're fearing that NAGA Esports with the first pick might try to
Steal
go
it,
in
yeah.
that steal off the Azir, so that they just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, maybe IPT is thinking they have a different plan. We won't let you use Azir.
Yes, yes. So it's right now, NAGA will get sent here in the top lane Irelia. So I
Once again.
believe, yeah, once again, Sentier will get that Irelia in the top lane. So even though he wasn't able to fully maximize his Irelia because he built that Randuin's first before the Triforce, so
Yeah.
damage spike wasn't there quite there yet. He's still a comfort pick for Sentier because I've been seeing Sentier before, very good on that Irelia.
Yeah.
As for Imperium Pro Team Blue, Yux will get that top lane Rumble, and Rebenga will get our Jarvan jungle for
Yeah.
Imperium Pro Team Blue.
Yeah,
As for
Jarvan,
NAGA,
of course, Jarvan's already pretty much a staple pick so far. You've seen him pick
course.
almost every game. And looking back again at Irelia's pick earlier, I mean, he was trying to negate, I think, the dueling capabilities of Renekton, but it cost him because he didn't have that much damage. And like you said, he wasn't able to maximize the capabilities of Irelia because he didn't rush the Trinity Force. So hopefully we see a better performance there coming.
yes. As for NAGA Esports, they gave Nixta that Jungle Pantheon, and Kiddo will get the ADR Corki, so he takes that away from Arkin.
Yeah, pretty interesting pick actually. I mean, we saw Arkin perform very well with that Corki earlier. Definitely helped out to carry his team, so great job to take that away from him. And actually, we did see Rebenga pick Pantheon twice so far in the PGS, so they also stole that Pantheon from IPT as well.
There's the Nami hover over by Chuck, so this will be a support Nami given to AGZY with that Graves ADR. Alright, so we will see that.
Yeah, it's actually like a reverse bottom lane composition now because
Yes.
Graves and never mind,
Ooh, Lucian!
shifting over to
So
Lucian.
we haven't seen Lucian quite much, but he's gonna go back to Graves. Alright, so just a little bit of a hover away
Yeah.
and hover back. So again, Lucian hasn't been picked too much because I believe in the new meta, they want someone with a little bit more oomph. It's just like that spike with that Graves deals. As for NAGA Esports, they will get the mid lane Kale, I believe, and Neep will get his support Leona. So only left for IPT Blue will be their mid lane. So I believe might be a
Oh,
wow, okay.
this
Please.
is
The first time.
wow.
Okay,
Oh,
never mind.
Okay,
I was just saying please because I haven't seen a Mordekaiser in competitive scene for
I really think we
quite
should
some time.
wait for them to lock in before we get
Because-
hyped.
yeah, it's the hype, man.
Yeah.
The strategic diversity is here.
Yeah,
We just need to optimize. You just have to use it.
yeah. I mean, looking at this Kale pick, it's very interesting to see a Kale pick once again. We saw that Kale was picked quite frequently in Worlds, but afterwards not so much. Usually, Kale was used in that top lane, but this is really interesting because we haven't seen Kale again. We haven't seen Kale very much or very frequently in the mid lane, so very interesting to see how Agito will play with this one out, especially since we've seen Agito play Azir before, but IPT stole it and then they banned him. So I think we're seeing that the mid laners are being forced to be more versatile, especially with the temporary bans we have onto Syndra, Lissandra, Jace, the meta picks.
Xerath.
Yeah,
Yes.
Serath as well.
Also, what I like about NAGA Esports composition is that their strategy, I think, most likely revolves around pick-offs. And then if you overextend, you have Agato with that intervention to give you a little bit of time to keep your health up. As for Imperium Pro Team Blue, they have again that lock-up composition that I have seen them use in that game 1 with Rebenga did get that Sejuani, but Jarvan of course has that same lockup as well with the Cataclysm, Flag and Drag, and Yux with that follow-up equalizer. Lots of good damage, and Shock will be that assassin that they need if they want to get in those I guess singular picks, if you'd
Mm.
like to call it like
Yeah.
that. And then we have AJZY, the of course the bubbles, I believe.
Yeah.
Double bubble in
Yeah,
the
they were really
jungle,
on point
on
earlier.
point.
Yeah.
Of course, very amazing. And then Arkin, very good ADR as I've seen him with the Corki, lots of
Yes.
good damage. But of course, Naga Kiddo did stole it from him.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I mean, looking at the team compositions, like you said, lots of possible picks, and I'm actually expecting pretty explosive fights once again in this game. I mean, rather IPT Blue had a pretty dominant performance earlier, so I'm expecting that Naga wants revenge this time. And
Once
looking,
revenge.
yes, and looking at the team compositions now, it feels a little bit similar to Game 2 in our first set earlier. We're seeing team compositions that can do both picks and team fights, because with Naga, I mean, there's a lot of single target damage. I mean, Pantheon can come in with ganks, and then the Irelia, and then the Leona as well. So a lot of picks as well coming from them. But meanwhile, IPT Blue has a lot of team fight potential with the ults coming in from Jarvan, Rumble, and Nami. But
Yes.
like we said, these teams really should play to their advantage of their team compositions. We saw IPT Blue took advantage of theirs, and we'll see now. Maybe Naga will be able to get revenge on them with their composition.
Also, the theme of week 5 is what the team fights all around.
Yes,
That's what I'm seeing right
definitely.
now. Team fights all around, and that's what the viewers and personally I like, because it's all the action, man. You don't see the split push anymore. You don't see like one-sided match na someone snowballs from a win in the clash, first clash, and then parang tuloy-tuloy na sila nanalo.
Yeah.
We can see right now, ano siya, back and forth talaga,
Yeah.
and this is what we want, man.
Yes,
The
definitely.
action, the hype is everything is just being given to us by these teams right now. So thank you very much.
I mean, earlier in the first game, it was a pretty dominant performance, but like you said, so much team fights happening everywhere in the game,
Yes.
and hopefully we can have another explosive, like we said, explosive team fight.
Awesome.
Yeah, explosive fight coming in from both teams this time.
All right. So again, all right, 30 seconds before we are about to load into the Rift. 3-minute delay again. So again, Naga Esports, we do have Center for that top lane Irelia, Nixta for the jungle Pantheon, Agato for the mid lane Kale, Kiddo with the ADR Corki, and Meep for the Leona. So IPT Blue.
Yeah,
Give
for
it up,
IPT
us.
Blue, we've got Yukes in the top lane as Rumble, Rebenga in the jungle as Jarvan, Shock in the mid lane with the Ari, and Arkin and AJZY in that dual lane with the Graves and Nami.
Yes, so just in the nick of time.
Yes.
Alright. So again, guys, this is the game 2 in the best of 2 series. IPT Blue versus Naga Esports. Show your support, guys, in our Twitter accounts. If you want Naga to win, I believe it's hashtag PGS Naga. If you want IPT Blue to win, it's hashtag PGS IPTB.
Yes.
So show your support, guys, and see. Give us your comments. Which players do you like the most? Which players you admire their plays? Whatever they do inside these games, we would like to know.
Yeah, and also do all those things as well over at the PGS Rift. Join
yeah.
our fellow summoners to have some discussions as well. Everything that Asarai said that you can discuss, you can do it there too, as well as on the Facebook PGS Rift page as well. So
Yes.
for the PGS Rift Talk ID, that's 171-88811, and again, do follow or join rather our PGS Rift family over at the Facebook page.
Also, I'd like to congratulate the PGS Rifters out there, because I believe this is the first time we have reached over more than 90 people in the PGS Rift. Before,
Yeah.
I think the highest I saw was 87, and then we peaked tonight 93 people. So you guys out there in the Rift, congratulations! You have been a part of the PGS Rift
Yes.
family, who has been giving a lot of support to us. So I thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much for the support that you guys have given us. And to those who haven't joined yet, we really encourage you guys to join our PGS Rift family over at Talk and in the Facebook page.
Yes. So this is again game 2, and we will get into the Rift. Oh wait, where is it?
Just a little bit early.
Just a little bit too early. Okay. All right, there we can see right now. Ooh, Aether Wing Kale. So all of these players right now are sporting different skins. No one uses a default, because yeah, getting skins, man. Like I've said before, it's one of the good
Little
stuff.
joys in
The
life.
little
yeah.
joys in life. You gotta enjoy the little things.
Yeah, and you could get a skin of your own like that later. Do watch out for the Watch and Win promo
Yeah,
later.
and buy it just for yourself, or you can spam mystery gift and give your friends the opportunity to get skins.
Yeah, spread the love.
Spread the love. It's better to give than to receive. Alright guys, you can see right now that Yux will get that first hit onto the Trinket Ward, and AJCY will get a hit. Yes, he will. Very nice aggression coming in from Imperium Pro Team Blue.
Yeah, just to recap over the score, we want to remind you guys that NAGA Esports so far has 3 points, while Imperium Pro Team secured their first point earlier with a win against NAGA. So this game is really important for both teams, and if Imperium Pro Team Blue can secure and sweep this best of 2, they will get 3 points as well. So really important game right now.
Also, you have to hand it out to all these teams. Before, like we've said, J2 Betrayal and Imperium Pro Team Blue had 0 points, but now they just stepped up their game.
Yes, definitely.
So every single team in the PGS really wants to get that, let's say, top place and be able to, I believe, to present the PH teams in the next GPL.
Yes.
So wow, so good. Power to you guys.
Yes,
there we go.
Power to the Philippine esports.
Power to the Philippine esports.
Yeah,
alright, so now we will start. Rebenga will actually start on the red buff, while Nixta will start onto the Grump. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to commend Yux and Shock, who made their debut into the PGS just today with these games. They've really showed some pretty great performance, especially from Shock.
Ooh, here comes Sneep with that Zenith Blade, and then Kiddo with the follow-up puts a lot of damage onto Arkin. All those love taps saying, Arkin, no swimming here, even with the fish giving you waters. Oh my gosh, I'm so late. Alright, we can see right now Neep going again with an aggressive Zenith Blade, and then Kiddo just hitting AJZY to stop him from doing a bubble and aggression from these two. And now here comes Rebenga with the gank onto Agato. Agato forced to use that flash, and the first blood will go to Shock, so that's the reason why Rebenga got that early red for the early level 2 gank, and it was successful. Very nice job from IPTB.
Yeah, great job there coming in from Rebenga, taking advantage once again of that established, very strong early game of Jarvan. We know that, well rather we've seen a lot of Jarvans pull off those level 2 ganks, and because Agito, as Kale, doesn't have a lot of options to disengage, he doesn't have his ult yet, so great job there from Rebenga to take advantage of that fact.
Yeah, also, we have a little bit of a theme coming here from the game. We have the Rumble in the Jungle, which is a tropical skin. We have the Pool Party, a little bit of say tropical, and then the Pool Party Leona. So lots of summer skins here from our players. You can see right now Neep going in, but misses Arkin by a lot. And now Arkin putting a lot of damage onto Kiddo with that splash in your face buckshot. There you go.
We've actually been seeing that Neep has been playing very aggressive support so far. He
only plays aggressive support.
Yeah, he had the Thresh earlier, and now he's gotten Leona. So, and Kiddo actually using that Arkin, but mid lane
now Nixta with the gank. Very nice charm there by Shock, puts Nixta in the range of that mid-tier turret and puts a lot of damage onto him. And here comes Neep again with the God Closer and then the disengage.
Yeah, I mean Kiddo's trying to give Arkin a taste of his own medicine with that Corki burst, but they seem to be doing pretty well so far. I mean, AJZY, like we said, has really on-point bubbles, and we can see that Kiddo's really respecting that, because when he landed the Zenith Blade earlier, Kiddo kind of hesitated to clash in that bottom lane because he knows that those bubbles are on point, so a lot of respect there.
And also, it is a sustain lane for Imperium Pro Team rather than NAGA Esports with that aggressive composition. And if you don't here comes the gank by Rebenga again onto Agato. Here comes the teleport by the 2 top lanes. Shock super low. Agato gets the kill, and Jukes just a little bit too late onto the party.
Yeah, that teleport was definitely more worth it for Senthier. He came in at just the right time. He's able to get the assist. Yux just a little bit too late. He burns the teleport and then walks back to the top lane. So really not worth it there coming in from Yux.
Yes. And like I've been saying again before in this bot lane, if you're not able to put the aggression with your aggressive composition against a sustained lane, you're gonna lose it, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, Kiddo really quite low, and because of the sustain, like you said, that AJZY provides for Arkin in the bottom lane, plus the early game damage that they have, Neep and
here comes Neep again with that aggressive comp. Here comes Nixa in the sideline, force the flash out of AJZY. Here comes Arkin, will force a flash out of him. There's the Chilling Smite. Will Arkin die? There's a heal. Lots of damage onto him. There's the stun, and the kill will go to NAGA Neep. Nice follow-ups there by the 3 members of NAGA Esports.
Very extended bottom lane clash, but very much worth it. You saw that Pantheon actually decided to leave AJZY to run away and focus onto Arkin there, and they were able to secure the stun, that Stalker's Blade proc,
yes,
and they were able
Chilling
to secure
Smite.
the kill. Yes, Chilling
Yes,
Smite.
there we go. Very nice gank there by Nixta. They really punished the overextension from AJZY and Arkin.
Yeah, I mean, Jarvan isn't the only one that has those dangerous level 2 ganks. Pantheon is also a very scary early game jungler because he has that stun to provide on CC, plus, like you said, the Chilling Smite to provide even more CC. So it's not just Jarvan that they should watch out for here. Pantheon has some damage of his own
also,
as
I
well.
think it would have given him a bit more slow onto Arkin because Arkin's half naked and yeah, he got slowed. Yeah, with the Chilling Smite.
Just
He got
a little bit colder.
Yeah. Alright, so now you can see that Sentry is putting a little bit of damage onto Yux, and Yux is just using that Spitfire and Harpoon to try and harass him back. And again, Neep is just chasing down onto Arkin, and here comes Nixta. Arkin doesn't have the flash away anymore, and he's getting a lot of damage again. Here comes two members of IPT for the counter engage. There's a knockup onto Neep. Neep will die to AJZY, and that's the kills by the supports again. And Neep is running for his life. Oh, sorry, Nixta died, and Arkin will get the kill. That is a 2-0 in favor of IPT Blue.
Very unfortunate clash there. Coming in from NAGA, they wanted the fight, but because they didn't have any vision in the river, they did not expect to find that counter gank there coming in from the opposite team, and it really did not go in their favor. They lost 2 members and burned flashes as well, so they have to be careful and put more vision out there if they don't want that to happen again.
Yes, you see right that the vision for IPT is really good. They're putting a little bit of semi-deep wards into the jungle of NAGA Esports to see where Nixta might try to do either a man drop or actually just go in this jungle route.
Yeah,
you can see right now that Kiddo putting a little bit of hurt onto Arkin. Oh, but there's the damage by Chalk onto Agato, and AJZY is just healing up Arkin really well.
Yeah, we can actually see the CS difference right now between Arkin and Kiddo is quite large again. I do believe in the game 1 earlier, Kiddo had a CS advantage, and once again, in the second game, Kiddo's getting an advantage again. So they really have to be careful.
Oh,
and
actually, Arkin's getting the CS advantage. While Kiddo,
right, Arkin's
there we
getting
go.
the CS advantage. Yeah.
Yes, just to help you out.
They have to be careful and really watch out for this because they need to, or rather, Kiddo needs to really catch up in terms of CS if they don't want Graves to scale into that mid game.
Yes, I can see right now there's a little bit of ping coming from IPT Blue onto the blue side jungle of NAGA. You can see right now they do spot out Agato there, but didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, the Jarvan Ahri roam is really dangerous, so they also have to watch out for that, especially if Ahri is able to push that mid lane.
Here comes Sleep again, but nothing will happen. But now in the top lane, Yux is getting a lot of damage from Center. All those Transcendent Blades are just hitting Yux, and Yux will back off. Doesn't have his teleport just yet. They do have the same cooldowns to Sentier because they did that early teleport in the mid lane. So I guess when they get that teleport up, they're trying to do something cheesy, and possibly if they got the kill out of that, they might get in for the dragon.
Yeah, I mean, earlier we saw Senthier had that on spot, or on point rather, on point teleport, and that assist that he has now kind of put him in the lead. He was able to get the Phage, and it put him on top in the clash earlier.
Here comes Rebenga for the brush gank, but gets spotted out by the wards from Neep. So Neep really putting those wards into the brushes, into the tri-brush, to try and deny the aggressive ganks coming in from Rebenga, because Rebenga can just gank from anywhere because of his flag and drag and then Cataclysm combo.
Yeah, I mean, we know again that Jarvan really has an established early game gank potential, so warding him out is really pretty much a given in competitive play, especially against both a Pantheon and a Jarvan.
Very true. So as the pause has been initiated again by the players, just a little rundown from the itemizations of both players. We can see right now that Arkin already has his pickaxe. He does have a I believe 800 gold advantage in network compared to Kiddo, who only has 2,300. And Kiddo has components of the Phage almost done, so he'll get a little bit of damage a little bit later on. But they really need to get a good gank and give Kiddo some kills, because he is down in kills, he is down in CS. He needs to get back up because he is one of the good damage dealers mid game because of that Trinity Force damage spike. And you can see right now Sentry putting a little bit of love taps onto Yux, but yeah, just a little tap and then back off.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. Arkin is putting so much damage and is really bringing Kiddo down right now in the bottom lane. They really need to bring Kiddo back into this game because he's really behind in terms of CS and kills. Only has 1 assist so far. I think they might need Nixta to visit that bottom lane just a little bit more often there because Cynthia is doing pretty well in the top lane and Agito's doing pretty well in the mid lane too, so I think he should put more of his focus down that bottom lane.
Yeah, also what I want to point out right now is that Nixta still doesn't have his ultimate just yet. Will he get this here? Yes, he will. There we go. So he has that out of lane ability to ultimate, a gank with his semi-global ultimate, while Rabengo does have his Cataclysm as well. You see right now that Sentry will try to go in onto Yux, puts a lot of damage onto him with that hit and cell, and just uses that Blade Surge to dash out and heal, and is chugging down on that Crystalline Flask.
Yeah, we can see that Cynthia is maximizing the capabilities of Irelia just a little bit more now. This time, he didn't rush the Randuins, and putting off so much damage right now. He's instead, like you said, rushing that Trinity Force, and definitely the wise choice here against Rumble. He's bringing him down. He's around over 10 CS ahead now and really winning those engages.
Alright, you can see right there that Chuck was rotating a little bit into the top, and I guess he's just going back and forth, checking to see if Sentio would try to go in too over aggressive. And here comes the Equalizer just to farm out that lane and to stop the push that Sentio is doing because he doesn't want that push that Sentio has.
Yeah, so Cynthia really quite an advantage now in the top lane. So like I said, since he is in an advantage, Nixta should probably shift his focus down to the bottom lane where his fellow ADR Kiddo right now is kind of suffering at the moment.
Here comes the gank from Nixta. There's the man drop. Will it hit everyone? Nice ultimate coming up AGZY, but Arkin takes a lot of damage. Will he die? No, Rebenga gets the kill onto Nixta first, but what happens? Kiddo gets the kill onto Arkin, and then Sentio with the follow-up onto Rebenga. It's a very messy fight. All members of all teams are coming here. Here comes Agito with the fast response. Here comes Chuck. Will he try to do anything? AGZY will die. And Chuck just charms Agito for say, come at me. But now, Chuck is in a bad position. He will try to go in. Uses that Spirit Rush. Gets the stun by Sentio. Here comes the rockets. Hits it by Kiddo. And then Chuck, will he survive? Yes, I believe he will, and that will signal the dragon for NAGA Esports. Here comes the replay.
Yeah,
break it down for us.
So here we go.
Sorry.
NAGA did a great job. They coordinated that team fight well. They were able to respond well. It's as if Nixta heard me. He went for the bottom lane gank, and then Kiddo was able to catch up now because he was able to land the double kill. He took down Arkin, and then later on he's able to get a double kill there. And then the mid laner here of NAGA was able to respond much faster than Ari did. I mean, Shock came in just a little bit later than Agito. See, we hear Agito comes in just a little bit earlier. He's able to put down damage, and again, that double kill is very important right now for Kiddo to get back into the game. Great job there from Pantheon to take advantage of his early game gank.
Alright, sorry for what I just did, guys. And like you've said, that double kill gave Kiddo a 4,000 net worth right now compared to the 600, so he's getting a little bit back. Yeah. So just a little bit more, and he'll be able to catch up to the gold advantage that Arkin has. And here comes a gap by Nixta and Sensor onto Yux. Yux forced to use that equalizer, but nope, doesn't capitalize on it because the damage was real from Nixta and Sensor. And now you can see that IPT, even with one man down, will try to go in the mid-tier one. But I don't think they will because Agathos, with that Righteous Fury, is just clearing out these waves very nicely.
Yeah, I mean, in the top lane clash, it doesn't help that Senthier was already ahead of Yux. If it was a 1v1, Senthier would have already won. But like we said, the great early game ganks coming from Nixta, he's taking advantage of it, he's making the picks that they need, and the single target damage is really great right now coming in from NAGA.
I'm just seeing right now that this is actually a popular build from the jungles that if you get in that early Stalker's Blade, you're going to upgrade it immediately into that Warrior Enchantment that gives you, I believe, 45 attack damage, 10% cooldown, 15 armor penetration, I believe, around that. And it's actually very effective because Nyx is putting a lot of damage with the help of his teammates.
Definitely. I mean, they're really taking advantage of their pick composition. Like we said, there's a lot of single target damage coming right now from NAGA, and it seems like they learned from the fight earlier now they're taking advantage of their team's strengths and really keeping in mind their weaknesses, and they're getting back in the game now.
Misses that rocket by an inch, and while that was happening, Sentier was able to get a top tier 1 of IPT Blue. You see right now, Agato, Kiddo, and Neep are in the mid lane. We'll try to get that mid tier 1 because there's nothing for them at the bottom because they lost their bot tier 1. So I guess they'll just get it. And there you go, some sort of fair. There's the follow-up. Equalizer. There's the Neep getting caught out. Here's Sentier. Here's Nixta for the jump. Yes, and the intervention gives Agato a little bit more time to survive. And that was a 2-for-2 exchange. Actually, 2-for-3 exchange in favor of NAGA Esports.
Yeah, I mean, NAGA wanted to get that fight, but instead, IPT turns it around and shoves the team fight right back in their face. They're able to land the Cataclysm and the Rumble, and then Chalk, with a great disengage using that Spirit Rush, he's able to immediately disengage from Neep even if he lands the ult, and that was really important there. I mean, Neep ideally would have wanted to land the ult onto more members, but like again, Chalk has great disengage, so that really went in their favor.
Yes. Still, the aggression from NAGA Esports, like you said before, if you overextend, you can just use that intervention to give yourself a little bit more time to survive, and that's what should happen. Kiddo was able to free hit a lot, Nixta was in the backline, hitting all of their faces, and then Neep was the only one who was getting a lot of the damage. Also Agato with that, and like you said before, the intervention just saved his life.
Yes.
And oh wow, even though that happened, IPT Blue is aggressively warding the jungle, the blue side jungle of NAGA Esports. NAGA Esports do have their own aggressive jungles. Also, Neep actually likes to, I believe, ward this back area right here with a pink ward if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, actually, in competitive play and even in other scenes, like in the Korean scene, in the IEM, it's really actually a pretty popular spot to put down your wards.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't look at it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even professionals make the mistake of not checking those brushes from time to time.
Very true. And the mind games with the brushes as well, because not all brushes are warded, so you have to use that sweeping lens. If you don't upgrade it, actually, you have to just check one brush and then the other brush might be warded, so para naubos lang yung order din. So the mind games then. Alright, you see right now, there's a teleport by Sentier in the mid lane. They're trying to flag up. Whoa, a 3-man solar flare. Here comes the Zenith Blade by Nagani. And now 4 members of IPT Blue are getting caught up. Here's Sentier in the backline. Will go in on the chalk. And Rebecca will die to Kiddo. Here comes the mad dive by Nixta. And Agato is just putting the hurt onto Arkin. Arkin forced to use the flash and heal. The smoke from Agato is real. There's the collateral damage. The splash into the face just to wake up Agato. And wow. And here comes Nixta for the chilling smite onto AJZY, and the fish can't swim when he is on ice. Gets the kill, and that was, I believe, a 3-4-0 exchange, and the bot tier 1 in favor again of NAGA Esports.
Kiddo is officially back in the game at this point. He's 5-0-5. He's pretty much caught up. Actually, he's ahead. Yeah, he's ahead of Arkin now at this point.
900 gold.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like he's giving Arkin a taste of his own medicine with a great burst damage coming in from Corki. Now, Naga's taking advantage of the picks, or rather the pick potential that they have with the Pantheon Roam, with a teleport coming in from Sentier. I mean, Sentier's teleports so far have been pretty on point, and if they can continue to rinse
they're very
and
aggressive.
Yeah, definitely.
These teleports have been aggressive. It's not for responding, it's more for initiating and then flanking the entire team. And they were afraid of Sentier.
As well, we should also commend Neem for that 4-man ult that he landed earlier.
Yeah, even though it wasn't a stun, it was a slow, and then he followed it up with the Zenith Blade, so it's almost the same thing. And now, this is, I believe, the second dragon of the game. Will it go to NAGA Esports yet again, or will IPT be able to get it? Solar Flare does go off, doesn't hit anyone, but Rubenga is caught out here! He gets bursted down immediately, and the second dragon buff goes to NAGA Esports.
Rebenga,
a little bit
I thought he was gonna come in with a flag and drag to steal it, but he walked around.
Here comes the engage yet again. You can see that Nagani getting a little bit too caught out there. Sentier and Nixta will try to go in. Will he get a kill? Yes! No, actually. And oh my gosh, Chalk is just going in with that Spirit Rush. Gets that immediate 3-4-0 IPT Blue. Getting the best of that clash. NAGA Esports a little bit, let's say, kulang-kulang yung pagpasok nila.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Chalk wished he had more charges on his Spirit Rush there.
Yeah,
that would have been like a quadra kill for him there.
Yeah,
but,
and immediate ace.
yeah, but still, that is a double kill, and that puts him a little bit more into the game right now. He's not really behind.
Arkin. He's gonna jump.
Actually doing.
Oop. Alright, just a little bit of. I just wanted to see the recoil again. It's actually pretty cool to see it. Alright, so what were we saying again?
Oh yeah,
the clash.
Chalk is still getting back into the game. He's still showing us that he's definitely a strong mid laner. Again, IPT, they are slightly behind now compared to NAGA because NAGA was able to take advantage of the picks. But what happened earlier was NAGA committed just a little bit too much, and IPT was able to take advantage of that and abuse that mistake.
Yeah.
So if IPT can take advantage of their wombo combo with the Rumble and Jarvan, they need Yux to get back into this game. He's slightly behind in terms of CS, and he has 3 deaths so far. Cynthia is really abusing him right now, so if they can get Yux back into the game and take advantage of their ults coming in from Jarvan, Rumble, and Nami, then they can definitely get back into the game.
Also, Naga's playstyle right now is telling us one thing. They always want to go in on these fights and be very aggressive. But of course, with all this aggression, you have to know when to stop because what happened right there, over aggression does tend to backfire.
Yeah, definitely. So Naga really has to be wary and make good decisions with their engages because even if you're very aggressive, if you overextend and overcommit,
here comes the slow on to 2 members of IPT. There's a lot of damage onto Agato. There's a tidal wave and disengage from both teams. Naga Neep with the ward wars against 4 members of IPT Blue, trying to kill that pink ward, but it's just too important for them, and they just stopped him right in his tracks.
Yeah, I mean, they're really pushing hard now, taking advantage of the lead they have so far in the game. I mean, they've got 3 towers while IPT Blue only has 1. Earlier, IPT Blue was in the lead in terms of pushing, but now, because of the great wave clear that, well, that Kale and Corki provide for the team, it's like they're really giving IPT Blue a taste of their own medicine this game.
As you see right now, the Cient here is split pushing the top lane, giving that, let's say, monster wave a bit more oomph in the top lane to, I guess, draw the attention of someone like Yux, and then there you see Yux is going to try and clear this out. And now Naga is just killed Taunty, and they will rotate into the mid lane. Will they try to go in on to Chuck right there? There's the Zenith Blade again! The follow-up, will it hit? There's the flash in! Will they be able to kill Chuck there? Nope, but Chuck forced to use that flash and Spirit Rush. So I guess it was a successful gank by Naga Esports now because Chalk doesn't have his ultimate and is forced to heal in that tower. But now Nixta, but then the flash from Neep, there's the and Arkin will die immediately. AJZY, and that was a 2-4-0 exchange in favor of Naga Esports. Arkin,
what a turnaround
overextended there.
What a turnaround there coming in from Naga. I mean, Arkin, yeah, definitely, he kind of overextended there. He really wanted to kill onto Rebenga, but the stun lands there from Neep, and then the stun right after coming in from Nixta. They were really able to turn around that fight. They got 2 kills afterward even, so now they're just going to rotate.
Yes, all the little things that Naga is doing is actually mounting up to this advantage that they are getting right now. You see that they burned out Chalk, he had to go back, and then Arkin just saw the opportunity to try and go in on to Nixta, but then Agato was there for the flash and the intervention, and then that was just it. You see that now Neep will try to get that. Oh, never mind. He won't get it. He got his teammates got it. He didn't get it exactly.
He has faith in his teammates.
He has faith in his teammates that they'll be able to break the pink ward of IPT Blue. Alright, we see right now the IPT Blue is actually starting to group up onto this mid lane. So what, like I've said yet again, their team fights is their strong point. So why not put it into your advantage while while Naga Esports tries to defend their mid tier 1 right now.
Yeah, now they're pushing down the mid lane, and Dragon is going to be live pretty soon, so they could take advantage of that. Like we said earlier, what a team fight composition wants to do is they want to go to the objective and force either a team fight or take the objective for themselves. So if Naga can't get ahead of them in putting down vision and positional advantage over IPT Blue, then IPT Blue will take this Dragon.
Yes, also Neep builds in that Righteous Glory. No defensive itemizations from him, meaning that, like I've said before, Naga just is looking for those team fights.
Really aggressive play coming in from Naga so far in this game.
Yes, right now warnings coming in from both teams are a little bit similar. IPT hasn't warded anything out, just a little bit into their own areas, but Yeah, global, much more basic warnings coming in from NAGA. And here's the solar flare, goes in onto AGZY. Very nice tidal wave, was able to disengage again the aggression of NAGA Esports. But now Dragon will be up in about 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and oh my gosh, Nixta will get bursted down there. Sensor is here. Rebecca gets a little bit caught up. There's Naga Neep, but Naga Neep doesn't have anyone to help him. Force a flash out of Rebecca, and Neep will die to Arkin. Arkin gets that double kill. Very nice engage by Chalk there.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Mid-tier 1, and now the Dragon, I believe, will be free for the... Actually, that was B4O.
Yeah, I mean, they burned so many cooldowns from Naga earlier. Nixta tried to come in with the engage as well as the ult from Neep. So we're going to see a little bit of a replay here. Chalk comes in. He spirit rushes through the wall and puts so much damage onto Nixta, who was usually the main engage tool other than Neep. And then he goes down. The Rumble lands the equalizer onto 2 members, and then they immediately take down Agito. He doesn't have a chance to ult there. And then right after, Neep is the next focus here. And at this point, it's pretty much clean up here. Great fight from IPT. They waited for the right time. Like you said, great tidal wave coming in there from Nami. Able to disengage, and then they re-engage, knowing that all of the cooldowns of Naga are on.
Yes. That was a very nice team fight yet again coming in from IPT Blue.
Yeah, so if they can continue to take advantage of the fact that Naga gets a little bit over-aggressive sometimes, if they can continue as well to land those great tidal waves coming in from AJZY and then re-engage like that, they can get back into this game and sweep it.
Yes, but now that's the warning signal for Naga. If they can't get in any team fights for themselves, they're going to start to lose their game right now.
Yeah, I mean, Naga really has to take advantage and make, like we said, great decisions when they make those picks. They have to commit and go as one when they go with these picks.
Yes.
And if they continue, like we said, to reuse and abuse and rinse and repeat those kinds of picks that we saw from them in the early game, they could take this game as well.
Yes. Like I see right now, Naga is actually doing a good thing right now. They don't have Sentier's teleport up, so they're just grouping in as a team and then trying to get these outer turrets, these tier 2s, the easier ones to get that goal advantage, get that map pressure, and then just try to get something out of that. While that is happening, Jux does still have his teleport up in the bot lane, so he's just split pushing, getting that monster wave in the bot lane going, so it'll be a little bit of a hindrance for Naga to deal with later on.
Yeah, I mean, Naga's actually doing a pretty good job of balancing out things here. They're doing some pretty great team fights, they're putting some vision down, and then they're also applying map pressure, and now they're taking Baron without any vision from IPT. Santier just distracting them.
There we go! They see it now,
oh, there.
And now all of IPT is actually going in, trying to respond to this, and Sentier, will he get caught up? Not just yet.
Yeah, I mean, we saw IPT Blue try to pull off the early Baron calls, and it didn't really work out, so I guess Naga wanted that one as well, but they got spotted, so they had to disengage.
I think, yeah, they tried to bait it out with Sentier saying that he's in the mid lane, so they're trying to be, but then, I don't know, he got out of that rush in the mid lane, so that means that the whole of Naga is near to that Baron, so why not just ward the Baron and to see if Naga's doing some cheesy plays to get that Baron for themselves.
Definitely. So far in the game, Naga is still quite in the lead. They've got a pretty big gold lead right now. Well, yeah, relatively big gold lead and slightly lead in kills at 28 minutes into the game. But both teams still have a chance to get a win in this game. Like we said, very aggressive play coming in from Naga, but great team fights as well coming in from IPT. So
also, as the game progresses, a 3,000 gold lead in 29-minute mark isn't as big as it is in, I guess, 10-minute mark, because most of the players do get their core items already, so we'll see. The game is fairly even right now.
Yes, I mean, I guess the lead is coming from the fact that they're putting a little bit more pressure than IPT is right now, so I guess that's where the lead's coming from. But then again, IPT still has a chance to get back in this game if they can.
Putting a lot of damage onto that mid lane turret. Oh my gosh, my voice. Turret. Alright, so they will back off a little bit, but now NAGA Esports is pinging. They do see that there are 3 members of IPT Blue in their red side jungle. Very nice wards from Neep. There's a pink ward. We'll see that. I think that's a gingerbread ward. Yeah, it's a gingerbread. I think it's a cookie ward, right? Yeah, gingerbread ward. So all the little things again. Ward skins, man.
Both teams, they still pretty much have a chance. Although like we said, I mean, IPT has a team fight-oriented composition. Dragon's coming up live once again, and I believe they have only one dragon so far in the game. And like you said, the second dragon is very important in terms of pushing the lanes, and this is what IPT needs to get back into the game. If they can force a fight around Dragon Pit once again, and then land the wombo combo with their team fight-oriented composition, they'll swing the lead back into the game.
Agato's pushing to top the bot lane right now. And look, IPT Blue is interacting fast enough, and he got it. And now you can see that Yux is here. And there he goes, Naga with a little bit of the engage. There's the Solar Flare. Rebenga gets caught up, but wow, the damage on Skiddo! He gets shut down by Rebenga. Here comes Nixta in the backline, but no one helps him out. And everyone from NAGA Esports is just falling like flies. Where is Agato? Agato is still in the bot lane. So it was a nice try from NAGA Esports, but then it backfired when they, again, over-aggression.
Such a swing into the lead of IPT Blue. I mean, Agato made a great decision of split pushing, and like you said, NAGA wasn't able to react fast enough. They were able to take advantage, and even if they were outnumbered, they were able to get kills in that mid lane, and now they're transitioning into a Baron, which NAGA wanted earlier in the first place. So now they're going to be able to secure this Baron. They have the Dragon buffs. This Baron buff is going to help them push even more, and this is what they need to get back into the game.
Yes, it's starting to turn into the favor of IPT Blue. Oh, there's the equalizer onto Agato. Agato will die!
And he burned the flash as well.
Yes, Yux was able to see where Agato was going. So, wow.
Well, I would still say it was an advantage of IPT.
Yeah, just a little, never recall into a brush that's very near your opponent's base, because when you stop pushing, they know that you're, so let's say 80% of the time you're there recalling. So yeah, here comes Rebenga to kill the ward, and the ward wars are back. So we can see right now that NAGA, even with one man down, still going on to the Dragon. Rebenga taking a lot of damage. All of them are going on to Rebenga right now, but now Arkin will get caught out, but he will live with a sliver of health. Now Kiddo with that chilling smite, and then Shock with the kill onto Neep gets that immediate quadra kill. Who got the dragon buff? I believe it was IPT Blue.
Wow.
Yes, I believe that was actually
totally swung.
I'm not sure. It was three dragon buffs on NAGA and then one for IPT. And now Agito gets caught. Will it be the unofficial? Oh my god!
Wow!
He gets the penta kill with that mid tier 2. Wow!
Chalk is really showing us what he's got in the PGS right now. He's made his debut. We haven't seen him before, but now we know what he's got. He showed us the great performance with this year, yes. And now he's showing us the great performance with this Ahri. They were able to swing the game back into their lead, and this could possibly be a sweep for IPT Blue in this game.
Yes. Again, the bane of NAGA Esports is their over-aggression. Their aggression is their strong point, but also it is their weak point.
I mean, like we said, NAGA really has to be careful with the decisions that they make. If they decide to be aggressive, like you said, they have to know when to stop, because IPT Blue knows that they have that tendency to become over-aggressive, and when they see it, Shock is gonna come in with a pentakill.
Yes, and yeah, the pentakill. I should have been more hype. Pentakill! But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so for now, you can see that there are wardings coming in from both of these teams. Very deep wards by IPT Blue. Defensive wards by NAGA Esports. And what I'm seeing right now that NAGA to try to do with a 5,000 gold deficit is to just get a pick and then push out of that, because they're already knocking into the tier 3 mid and bot turrets of IPT Blue. So just one pick might give them that breathing room to get back into the game.
Yeah, so things are still, well, not really even anymore, just because IPT Blue was able to take advantage of the fight and get almost a 5,000 gold lead. And in terms of towers, they've kind of caught up as well. They were able to push back against NAGA Esports, and at 34 minutes into the game, it might be another pretty long game, but this time it's still pretty even for both teams.
Also, I want to see if NAGA Esports are able to prolong this game long enough. Will they be able to get that 5 dragon buff, the aspect of the dragon? They have 3 buffs already, so if they're able to get that oh so good aspect of the dragon, they might be able to get a little bit more into their stats just because times 3 the stats. And whoa, Nixa getting caught out here, and he will die immediately, get killed by Arkin. And if they are able to say, like, again, get that Ash of the Dragon, they might be able to. And while that's happening, Naga, Kiddo, and Agato are getting this. And wow, the fast split push power of Naga Esports just, I believe, punished IPT Blue for going in too heavily onto Nixta right there.
Great decision making coming in from IPT Blue. Even if Nixta went down, he was able to distract the members of Naga. They recalled just a little bit too late, and because Agito as Kale scales into that late game, his split push potential is insane. He was able to take down that inhibitor, and so far they're really taking advantage of their team composition.
Also, it's not in a team fight that you can only win; it's in your strategies. And like Naga did, they sacrificed Nixta for that, and they got the mid inhibitor. So very nice play coming in from Naga Esports.
Definitely. I mean, Naga does have the dragon buffs in their favor, but they weren't able to take advantage of it just because IPT Blue is confusing them with the split push coming in from Agito.
Dude, that's Naga Esports with the confusion.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. It's right. The hype is confusing us. It's
Naga
all this action that's giving us a little bit of let's say over adrenaline rush. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, IPT Blue's getting confused.
All right.
Because of the split push.
Yes.
From
Yes.
Agito.
All right. So like we said again, IPT are shining in the team fights, and Naga Esports are just like we've said. Yeah, rotating out of it.
Yes.
So right next right now, the IPT is now rotating into the bot lane. Naga Esports do see them with that ward. Here comes Nixta for the jump, and he gets immediately bursts down. Oh my gosh, Chalk is legendary. Wow, he's just showing off right now.
A great job there with the tidal wave. It was on point, just enough to disengage and keep the stun from landing onto them. I mean, like we said, Naga again, Nixta just getting a little bit too aggressive. He didn't have a lot of members with him when he was gonna land that ult, so they were able to focus onto him. And because Chalk is just legendary right now, so much burst coming.
Ooh, Chalk tried to flash and charm, but misses it. Here comes the engage by IPT Blue. There's a beautiful equalizer. Splits the team into half. Arkin already on rampage. 3-4 exchange in favor again of IPT Blue, and I believe they are going to be able to get the bottom inhibitor. IPT Blue just super aggressive right now. They're really capitalizing on their gold lead, their Baron buffs, everything that they're getting right now into fruition, and they are just hammering down. And while that is happening, there is a oh my gosh, here comes Sentier. Will he be able to go for this? IPT Blue are being backed down. Will they be able to back up? Here comes Yux, but is it too late? Sentier is coming back. Here comes Arkin. Yes, will he be able to counter out Sentier? But before that happens, I think yes, Sentier is able to get that two Nexus turrets, and he's just trying to X-Pack this turret. And what a nice play from Sentier there. Confusing again IPT Blue. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. IPT Blue was super aggressive already. I thought they were going to be able to get that mid inhibitor, but then, whoop! Teleport into that
mid lane. Mind games are real.
I believe, like we said before, IPT Blue is just really that good into the team fights, and they're really focusing on it. And then, like we said, hindi naman lahat ng tao perfecto. And then, they weren't aware of the push from the mega creep super minions in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, they thought they were in the lead. They were able to take out Nixta and then pull off a great team fight at the bottom lane, but they did not see the Sentier teleport coming, so they now have to respect the split push potential coming in here from Naga. IPT Blue can still get back into the game despite that inhibitor and those Nexus towers going down, but they now have to keep in mind that the split push coming in from Naga is still something you have to respect.
Yes, because here right now that Agato gets caught out here by Chalk and Arkin, and oh my gosh, Chalk might die to this. Agato, yes, Chalk still lives, and he is now legendary. He is the man of the game right now. And with one man down, IPT might be able to get this Baron, but they're just backing off, I think, fearing that split push potential that Sentier has yet again.
Yeah, the fear that Sentier put into the team because of the split push he did earlier is pretty much doing pretty well right now. I mean, another team like IPT Blue, they might have went for the Baron straight on,
but they engage on to Nixta, and a beautiful equalizer again from Yux. There's the dominating by Arkin. He's putting a lot of damage onto Neep, and while that was happening, Rebenga was able to kill Kiddo within the clash.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this time, 4 members down. Cynthia does not have teleport. He can't split push, and I think IPT...
He's trying to.
They totally skipped... Yeah,
he gets spotted out by the ward, but now he's just going to recall because he knows that IPT Blue is now knocking on the door of NAGA Esports base, and Agito gets caught out by Chuck and the members of IPT. But while that was happening, he was able to get the kill onto Arkin, and Chuck, wow, the heals are real, people. He still survives from that sliver of hell with the help of his teammates, and Sensor trying to do what he can. There's the double kill by Chuck. He's legendary, 13-3 and 9, and yeah, that just mitigated the pressure coming in from IPT Blue.
The lead from IPT Blue now is almost 10,000 gold. They're way kills ahead. They might be behind in terms of towers a little bit, but that was definitely in their advantage. We saw that when they won the team fight earlier near the Baron pit, they totally skipped the Baron and went straight for that inhibitor. They want to get back at NAGA for the pressure that Sentier put later on, and now they're really back.
Wow, you really tried to go in on that.
Yeah.
But IPT, man, their team fight is off the hook.
And Shock's really showing his strength here.
Here comes Neep with that solar flare, doesn't hit Rebenga with the speed boost of AJCY, just gives him a little bit of healing, and there we go. You can see right now that the point of objective for both teams is that Baron. Looks definitely like it.
Definitely. I mean, it's still live, and IPT wants to secure this one if they want to snowball it straight off into a victory. Their inhibitor's up now, so it'll take a little bit longer for NAGA if they want to be able to take that split push on. This Baron will really help to IPT to possibly finish the game because of the push potential that Baron buff gives. But the top lane is pushing quite hard there, so NAGA could take advantage of that to secure the Baron for themselves.
You might see, but then like you said, the super minions are in the mid lane for IPT, so the pressure is there from their minions to push, of course. And while that is happening, IPT are just trying, actually getting their buffs right now, trying to set up for this possibly last clash, because if either one of them loses actually even just 2 members, this might be the game for either of these teams.
Yeah.
Will it be IPT Blue for the stomp, or NAGA Esports for that 1-for-1 revenge game that they are looking for?
Now they're actually making, putting around vision around the Baron, and this really is, like you said, one of the most deciding moments of the game. Any team here that pulls off or makes the first move and secures the team fight
Here comes Rebenga onto Agito. Agito, no one is there to help him. He will get bursted down quite immediately. Here comes Neep, tries to go in onto Rebenga. Here's a tidal wave from AJCY, and Kiddo Valkyrie's away. Neeps is just going into the other direction. Here comes a ping from Nixta. Sensor still alive. Where is he? Here he is trying to get the kill onto Arkin, but Arkin is just a beast right now with that Bloodthirster, getting the I believe
they're going for the inhibitor.
And here comes Nixta with a little bit of poke onto the inhibitor, and all the members of IPT Blue are still alive, so I don't believe he will be able to get this. Here comes Chalk in the backline, and yes, there we go. Tried to do the mind dive, but Chalk's with the charm says nope.
That definitely was not worth it. Nixta was full health, so I think instead of deciding to engage into the team fight, he slowly skipped away and then sneaked over to the inhibitor, which he did not take down.
And while that is happening, IPT Rebenga is now starting to hammer down onto this Baron, and then his teammates are now trying to help him finish it off. And this will be, I believe, the second Baron for the game, again taken by IPT Blue.
The gold lead is almost 10,000 at the moment, and no vision there, as well as death timers coming in from NAGA. Really, the game has swung into their favor. Earlier, NAGA was at the advantage with a great aggression and picks, but at the moment, IPT has taken advantage of the teamfight potential that they have. They've swung the lead in their favor, they've taken the objectives, they've pushed a lot, and despite the split pushing that NAGA has done, it wasn't enough. Now IPT Blue might take this one for a sweep.
Yes, also I think what Nixon should have done is just he could have put a ward in his own pocket, and then before he died, tried to put it in without IPT Blue knowing, and then Sentry could just teleport in and try to put pressure again, try to alleviate this push coming in from IPT. Here comes Agito. He will see Yux right there. And I believe IPT Blue saw to what Naga was trying to do again with the Expeke plays. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, Kayle as a champion, that's why she's one of the most popular champions before in the top lanes, because you want to grab her with the teleport, just because she has better split push potential than Irelia. But because she doesn't have the teleport right now, Irelia's forced to be the one to use teleport and make split pushes, and that kind of slows down their split pushing.
And while that was happening, IPT Blue was able to get their third dragon. I believe this is the 6th dragon of the game. Yes, I believe it is. Ooh. Yes, 3 buffs for each. So this is really getting into that late game, and IPT Blue are scaling way, I guess, not actually way, a little bit better than Naga, just because look at that. You saw that
the gold
Arkin was 2v1ing I believe Neep and Sensir in the mid lane a while ago, and he was winning.
Yeah, and Shock as well. I mean, his damage and burst are just insane at the moment. He's really one of the priority picks right now for Naga, and if they can't take him down, if Shock continues to free hit the way he does and burst down the carries, it's really dangerous for Naga. Naga has to be careful. They have to put around some wards probably and make some great picks. Be careful of the team fights.
And here comes the pick onto Arkin. Arkin takes a lot of damage, and he forced to flash out, but then Nixta was able to get the kill onto him. Yux is nowhere to be seen, and Naga are just getting these flights for themselves. But then the beautiful equalizer hits a lot of teams of Naga Esports. There's the legendary onto Shock, and then he was forced to use that Zonius, but Sentry gets the shutdown kill, and that I believe is a 1 for 3 in favor of Naga Esports. And they won't be able to go anything on this because IPT Blue was able to put them in the red zone, all 3 members of them.
Yeah, I mean, Naga pulled off a great team fight there. They were able to pick out Arkin immediately. They took him out at the beginning of the fight and then focused Shock a little bit after. They were able to take him down, but because IPT Blue was able to secure most of the objectives, they weren't able to translate that into something more.
Yes,
that's what makes it difficult. Yeah, that's what makes it difficult for Naga right now.
Yeah, but IPT Blue is still respecting. Both teams are expecting each other. If you go in and get, like I've said before, a little bit of kills coming in from either teams. If you get 2 kills on the enemy team members, you get 5 for 3, and then you can push in, get the inhibitors, secure a little bit more pressure. Same goes to vice versa, so we'll see.
Oh, but I was wrong though. They actually translated that.
Ooh, but here comes the tidal wave equalizer onto Neep and Nixta, taking a lot of damage. Here comes Arkin and Rebenga in the backside, but Kiddo super low in HP. Will he die to Yux? Yux doesn't have the flash, and he will survive with a sliver of HP. Now you can see Rebenga and Arkin are going in on to Neep and Nixta. Did he Demacia?
Oh, there you go. I'm not sure what that was.
That was a oh, he got stunned pre-flight by Nixta there, and then he used a Demacia again. So, Cataclysm.
Yeah.
So it's the bunny hops. From Rebenga, man. He has the bunny ears right there. Look at that. He has the red bunny ears.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, Naga was able to win the team fight, but because they didn't have objectives to secure, they kind of forced the team fight and tried to translate it into a mid lane inhibitor. But they got, again, a little bit over aggressive. Kind of a wrong decision there. IPT was able to push back and secure some kills, and now...
Oh my gosh, damage from Shock! It's just that surreal, and he is just trying to get away from Agita. Agita's trying to get away from Shock, and now I believe it is IPT Blue who will win this. There's no one able to defend them, and then wow, that is a 2-0 in favor of IPT Blue. Ay. Wow, that was really back and forth.
Definitely such an exciting game coming in this best of two between IPT Blue and Naga. Naga, they had the lead in the early game. They were able to make a lot of picks and they were very aggressive, but like you said, their strength kind of became their weakness because as they approached the late game, IPT Blue took advantage of that weakness. They translated into team fights and objectives, and that won them a sweep in this best of two set.
Yes, you have to give it to Chalk,
Yes,
who
definitely.
really got that a large amount of kills and was able to just snowball out of that, and then his burst damage has skyrocketed off the roof, and you can see right now 16, 4, and 12. Wow, and then you see Arkin 11, 5, and 17. He is also the ADR of the game.
Yes.
He was 2v1ing Sentier and Meep in the mid lane. And yeah, as you can see right now, also for Naga Esports, they do have Agito, Sentier with those split push. We're able to get in those mid inhibitors, but that wasn't enough to get out of the aggression that Imperium Pro Team had in the late game.
Yes, so Chalk rather, and Arkin, consistent game 1, game 2, definitely helped carry out their team, and they definitely helped IPTB to win this game. They now have 3 points, their first 3 points in the standing for Pro Gaming Series.
Yes, very true. And with that, it gives them the 2-0, which means that IPT Blue gets 3 points.
Yes.
So, wow, congratulations IPT Blue. Alright, so as the Pro Gaming Series ends for Week 5, we are now into Watch and Win promo. So for you guys who have been waiting, here is the last chance of the night to get that 500 RP credited straight to your LOL account.
Yeah, alright, so again, just to go over the details really quick, please again go over to the Pro Gaming Series Facebook page. There will be a post there, and the first 5 people to comment correctly and not edit their answer will get 500 RP. So, Asarai,
alright, so
we ask the question.
Para may iba naman, I'll do the drum roll, you do the questions. Alright, so drum roll.
Alright, so the Watch and Win question is, in Game 1, which support champion bought a Ruby Sightstone? Again, in Game 1, which support champion bought a Ruby Sightstone?
Yes.
So do go over to the Pro Gaming Series Facebook page now. Yeah.
That's www.facebook.com/ProGamingSeries, and check for the post with that question, and then the first 5 correct commentators will get that sweet 500 RP credited straight to your LOL account. Alright, so that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Again, we want to invite you guys to acquire services.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So again, thank you to Trippy Customs for these awesome Pro Gaming Series jackets. If you guys are interested in their services, again, go over to their site. That is www.facebook.com/TrippyCustoms.
Also, we would like, again, lastly, to invite you to the PGS Rift G-Talk. That is, Garena Talk ID is 171-88811. Again, that's 171-88811. Pro players hang out there. Regular, normal people who tend to support. Where is that? There you go.
Yeah.
Support the LOL community. Very helpful. If you want to play games with them, you can just ask them. And then also, would like to invite you to join the PGS Rift official group. Just search it out into the Facebook page, and it will immediately appear.
Yes,
like magic.
And do also follow the Pro Gaming Series as well on Instagram and Twitter. That's at PGSLOL.
Yes, PGS LOL for both. So parang tigil nito. Alright, so shout out. So we would like to shout out so one of the viewers, MNDG0913. He is viewing with I believe his asawa.
Yes.
So either wife or husband. So wow.
Yeah.
So couples watch this game. Watch our streams in the PGS. So we're honored because that's really that's really sweet.
Yeah. That's really something. Again, we want to thank you guys so much for the support, all the rifters out there, and everyone who's viewing right now, everyone who's viewed before, everyone who's supporting us. Thank you so much.
Also, we would like to, alright, here you go. Here comes the standings. Nesk Globe, 9 points earned. Pacific Esports, 4 points. Naga Esports with 3. GameX War Gods with 3. Followed up by Imperium Pro Team Blue and J2 Esports Betrayal with 3 points. A 2-0 stomp from both teams in the series today. War God, Imperium Pro Team with 2 points, and Fairy Disguise Diamond with 1 point.
Alright, and we just actually missed out. We also want to make a shout out over to...
Alright, so for the PGS Rifters out there, Austin, Lexi, Rappy, Jago,
Dade,
Dade, of course. You guys have been one of the longest members of the PGS Rift, so I'm shouting out to you.
Thank you guys.
So that wraps up the Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season Week 5. So again, to reintroduce ourselves, I am GS Asarai with an I, and alongside here with me is
GS Amplifier.
Yes, and we are signing off.